We're not using this one! Shit. Alright. Hello, if you are watching this, you are most likely a moderation team, submissions team for whatever event I'm submitting this to. So this is a video for Mario Odyssey World Peace. Very good category, I love it. So I'll just get into it. Time starts on selecting start a new file. So 3, 2, 1. Alright. So I'm immediately going to skip this cutscene. And you're going to see me do something called a spin pound. So, rolling is the fastest form of movement. Ground pound rolls immediately put Mario at max rolling speed. And you can instantly ground pound out of a spin jump. So we are going to be using this all across the run. So, let's get Mario up here. And here we go. So, as I said, rolling via shaking is the fast forward movement. On the ground, at least. So, yeah. There we go. It's going to come through this bush. Do whatever that was. And I'm going to go into first person camera there, because that makes the movement slightly faster. And going to just come over here into Top Hat Tower and get our first capture of the game. The frog. And where am I going? I usually don't do that. Please. Alright, so you see me moving at like a 45-degree angle after most jumps with the frog. This is something called vectoring. Frog vectoring is really important. We can do vectoring everywhere, but it's most notable with the frog because we have that much airtime. Yeah. That bonk can happen. But yeah, I'm gonna come over here and just roll up the ramp. Okay, and get into our first boss fight with Topper. We're going to be seeing him again much later in Bowser's Kingdom. But that is later. He is the first boss of the game, and we're done with him. Alright, and we are done with Cap. Not the best Cap ever, but it's okay. Especially with some of those bonks. So, we are now into Cascade. We're going to get our first moon here after all these cutscenes. Going to roll ahead, jump up, and capture the chain jump to break the rocks. Gonna try for a motion control roll cancel, but still, hey. There's our first moon. And now we're going to get a cutscene where we get introduced to the Odyssey, our ship for the rest of the game. However, it's broken, so we need more moons to be able to power up and fix it. So I'm going to jump over here because the cutscene starts a bit earlier over here for some reason. So, I'm going to spin pound, jump up here, 2, 3, come up here and get the T-Rex. Now, if you've seen this run before, you know where we're going. If you haven't, this is Dino Skip. That somehow made it, sure. That was really bad. But yeah, this is Madame Brood. We are going to hit her 3 times and use her for coins because we might need them if I mess up. Alright, nice. So part of the strategy for this is try hit the capture chain jump as far as possible so I don't have to shake to get smooth. That is like the fastest thing we can do for Madame Brood. And yeah, that's her done. And now we're gonna get this. Cappy's gonna tell us, oh, throw me onto the Odyssey so we can fuel it up. This is to get you to say, it's like, oh, we need one more moon. Wherever can we get this? So we're just gonna go immediately and collect a moon so we don't have to watch Cappy yap about it needing more fuel. So, going to immediately go to my left here. There's another strat I could do, however, it's barely worth it in this category. At 90%. Because yeah, this is... The first two kingdoms are basically just 90%. But yeah, there is the moon we need. And yeah, we're just done with Cascade now. Just need to wait for the Odyssey to fuel up and repair itself. Yeah, I should explain what World Peace is. World Peace is basically completing the story for each world, for each kingdom. We call it World Peace because that's the name of the achievement moon Toadette gives you when you do that. So we're off to Sand, and I don't know how that golded. I mean, it's probably not 90% gold, but still. I'm gonna skip all these cutscenes and try go for something here called Fast Action Guide Skip. Basically just gonna skip this action guide tutorial, it's like it's here. That's good enough. Yeah. So, Sand is split up into two sections for this. Harriet and Knuckletech. The first one, so this is where the route gets really different from 90%. So, we are going to come up here, get both this bird moon and this moon. This is all pretty familiar to 90%. This next moon is also really similar. But then we are going to change somewhat drastically, you'll see. Just going to come over here, get this moon. Then come over to this alcove. There is a strat you can do here called Dram Strat. I haven't done it in ages. I have tried in practice, I still can't guess it again. You're gonna come up here and capture this bullet bill. Come over here, collect this checkpoint, and hoof it over to here. Good. Now, this is where stuff gets really interesting. Normally, to get into the inverted pyramid, where the boss fight is, we need to do 2 other story moons. That's slow. So, we're going to do something called an instant roll cancel clip, and get through the door. There we go. I'll take that. 3rd try's good. Good. So, now we're just going to get through here as fast as possible. We don't need any moons in here. Try to get through here as optimal as possible. Just squeeze under the bullet bills. Try to lose as little speed as possible from crouching. This little upside down segment. There is a moon through there that a different variation of this route gets, but however, it's slower with this route. And now I'm going to come up here, skip using a bullet bill to get over here. And now we are at Harriet. The next one of the bosses I should mention, they're called Broodals. basically Bowser hired them. And they are all pretty fast bosses because they all have intentional fast strats. We are going to be fighting all of them this run. Most of them twice. Rango's the only one we fight once because we can skip his fighting snow. But yeah, you can see Harriet's pretty simple. We just need to hit our bombs back at her. We'll also see her again in Bowser's. Ancient, we only usually see her in Bowser's. Yeah. We are now done with Harriet. She gives us a lovely multi-moon, which we need to complete the story. And yeah, we are on to Night Sand. Nice. Now, I'm going to warp back to that checkpoint I collected, because that's a really nice mechanic they put in this game, fast travel to checkpoints. Also, yeah, the inverted pyramid's now in the air. We are going to go into the hole under it, because that's where our next, the final boss of this world is, Knuckle Attack, the mandatory hand boss of every 3D Mario game at least. But first, I'm going to come over here and get this moon. And has a bullet bill come with me? Yes, good. So I need to go over here and get this block to get this moon. And now, to take another one of these lovely fellows and aim him correctly and come back up here. Okay. Nice. Alright, that's recoverable, it's fine. It's slow, but I can work with it. Alright, going to come over here for this moon, lost in the luggage. Grandpa moons are usually really fast. I'm going to turn my camera so Mario automatically faces in where I need to go. And yeah, we are into the underground, deepest underground. Going to come all the way over here. I'm not going to roll cancel much down here because it sends, on ice, it sends you at a 90-degree angle, and I'm really bad with handling those. So, that is the last normal moon we get of the level. If we come up here, that'll work. So I'm going to take this bullet bill all the way to the end because I captured him later than we are intended to. Nice. Yeah. I'm not really explaining the movement too much because Mario Odyssey is a really well-known speed game. You probably know at least some of the stuff of it before. You've probably seen some of it. But yeah. But obviously, if you've been seeing it at this point, Cappy is one of our main movement tools because, as well as doing stuff with the main capture mechanic of taking over enemies using their abilities, he also allows us to redirect ourselves mid-air, has extra jump, and give us a mid-air jump. Very useful. And I'm going to get over those fists as soon as possible because it makes it faster. They go away faster, and I'm going to hug Knuckle Attack's face here so I can avoid those icicles he brings down from the ceiling. And yeah, there's not really much to explain here. We just need him to punch ice crystals. So we can so his hands get stunned and then they just control like a bullet bill. Going to have to avoid these. Avoid catching these hands. I think, yeah, that's the last one. Now, Once again. There we go. That is Knuckle Tech. And this is the last stuff we have for sand. Next we have Lake Kingdom, which I'm going to explain, but it's also really similar to the... Well, it's not really similar. It is the beginner Lake Kingdom N% route. So... as soon as we get out of here, Cap's going to give us a little waffle about, hey, we've beaten... We brought peace to the kingdom, it's all warm now, because it was cold before. That's why there's ice everywhere. Because it frozen over because of Knuckle Tech. Alright, oh, I forgot, I shook it slightly wrong. Oh well. Oh well. Alright, now, Lake Kingdom, really short and sweet kingdom. I like it, it's kind of a nice break once you get it down, at least on this route. If I was doing Lake Clip, I would be saying something different, because Lake Clip is pretty hard, if you're not used to it. But yeah, we just need 8 moons here, and, I was about to say Spirit, not him. Rango is going to give us a triple moon, so going to hit that, get this moon, set up for a vault, and get up here nice and quickly. Going to capture this zipper to open here and get this moon. Roll cancel off here, and get this moon in here, capture the cheat sheet. Cheat sheet is, we're going to want to be in cheat sheet whenever we're underwater, because they're just really fast. They're faster than normal swimming. Get this moon on the back of Dory, and one more moon before we go fight Rango. On the top of this pillar. I'm going to turn around as fast as possible to get it, and then we are going to do a very intentional skip. I say that like it's not, it is intended. To skip going through the entire kind of dome city there. Just... yep. Here we go. And this is Rango. He's a very difficult boss. He has very dangerous things he can do, such as jump around all over the place, yeah, and he's dead. Unfortunately, he can't do any of his dangerous things, because, I've killed him. He's no more for this world, and that's the last we'll see of him this run, because we skip his appearance in snow. Beautiful. Yeah, and fun fact, if you do snow clip like we're going to do later in snow and skip to skip his fight, you can go back into the room and his moon won't require you to fight him. There's a route that abuses, there are a few routes that abuse that, like Darker Side, all moons 100%, they all use that, and it's really nice. I kind of find it funny. Alright, and that is late. What? Sure. Yeah. On to Wooded, where all good runs go to die in basically every category. Wooded is a really technically hard kingdom, when you get into it. So, we are going to get 2 moons basically near immediately at the start. So I'm going to roll a bit, pick up this rock, jump into this bunny, throw this rock, grab this one that had a moon in it, and that breaks it from running into that rock instantly. Very nice. Grab that bunny. And now I'm going to go for a trick called Nut Clip, mainly to get a better line. There is a trick called Gate Skip, which is really hard and I hate it, so I don't do it. So I'm gonna come up here, bonk. Bonking's optimal, I swear. I missed the clip, I think. No, I did, yeah. So I'm going to come through here, open the gate. Why did I jump? And capture this uproot. The onion. Nice, got speed in that boy. Off. Alright, need to come up here. And then we are going to get another, once again, another nut moon. 3 nut moons in a row. I'm sorry for anyone that with nut allergies that's watching this. Yeah, gonna come up here, get this nut moon, and then immediately leave the red maze. Really? And then going to, oh, I nearly got poison triple there. Oh well. Going to kill this brown plant for his moon. There is another trait here I could do called Flower Road Skip. However, again, it's not that hard, I just don't like doing it. And I'm rusty. So, I'm going to be a baby and take the flower road. So, and we are going to, once again, get another nut moon. And now we are going to, skip the entire tower. Alright, and here's Spirit. We will be seeing him again, but he is also very dangerous. He can spread poison everywhere. Yeah, he can put poison everywhere. It's really easy to take damage to him. Very, very dangerous boss. Yeah, and unfortunately again, he's dead. However, he will be resurrected much later. In Luncheon. Yeah, we are not done with Wooded because we have, yet again, another boss to fight. This one, Torque Drift. Torque Drift is one of the top 3 auto-scrollers in Super Mario Odyssey. Yeah. So, I'm going to go back towards the waterfall. I did not pick up any rocket flowers, so it's fine. That's fine. But I'm going to take a slightly different route. I'm going to come up here. And, okay, sure. No triple jump. Okay, sure. This is fine. This doesn't want to work today, does it? This... What? Alright, this is not as hard as I'm making it out to be. There we go. Sometimes it just refuses to work. But it is usually this easy. I'm gonna come up here. Sure. Get this moon. And take these rocket flowers up the fence. And come all the way over here. I'm going to blow this up. This lovely gate that is, for some reason, trying to kill me. Why is it shooting bombs? Something, I don't know, the power of Bowser's engineering. Don't ask where its ammo comes from because, it's a gate. It's hollow. Well, it's not hollow. But there's no way he's fitting bombs through the inside of that gate. But now it is time for Torque Drift. So I'm gonna come up here. I have to capture this uproot. That will spawn. And this will show us how we attack him. Like that. Now we have to break whatever these nodes are. I don't know what they are. They look like flowers. That's the only thing that's really relevant to this fight. But this is Torque Drift. Bowser's using him to steal flowers for his wedding. Yeah, that's the entire plot of the game, if you somehow didn't know already. Bowser's trying to marry Peach. That's like the entire plot. Yeah. But yeah, Torque Drift, as you can see, unfortunately, like a lot of the bosses in this game are kind of auto-scrollers. Yeah, so there's not really much to say here other than you sometimes get a trick called Speedy Nut Boy, which just makes you basically can bunny hop with the uproot. Yeah, really nice thing you can do there sometimes is kind of like spawn camp these nodes. Alright, and we are done. I lost a lot of time because of my minor skill issue. But still, it's fine. Yeah, we are done with. Wooded onto the shortest kingdom in the game. Cloud. Now you might be wondering, why is Cloud short? It's because it's a single boss fight. This is because it is one boss, that being Bowser. Yeah, that shows we're going to Metro Kingdom. We are not. We are going to Cloud Kingdom. Where I will, do what the community describes as, to quote the root document, Richard Punch. You probably get what I mean. So, now I'm going to, stop Bowser from having fun and jumping around by, taking his hat directly to him. Why does his hat have boxing gloves? He thought it was a good idea. He's trying to become the Peaky Blinders or something, I don't know. So now I'm going to do this. This is fast hats. That was unoptimal, I just realized. Oh well. That's slightly less unoptimal. Anyway, I'm going to take damage here, do the same thing. So now I'm going to want to punch him into the closest wall I can, because that is faster. Anyway, he's gone. We won't see him again until Moon, until we finish the run. on to Lost Kingdom. This is just any percent again. Because you automatically get world peace. So, I'm going to do a strat called, never mind, it didn't work. So, oh yeah, the trees are glitchy. That's fun. I forgot. That is Meme Tree. That allows me to skip Klepto, who will steal Cappy if if I go to a certain place. So that's one moon. We need this one from this butterfly, very similar to the bird moons in this game. Going to come down here, get this, get another one very similar to this. It's on this pillar here. You might be wondering, where is it? Take a guess. Okay, this is bad. That's slow, but still, hey. It works. Whoa, that's... I can recover this. It's fine. It's bad, but I can work with it. So, there is an older Klepto skip. It still works. It's slower for the route we do there. However, it is still very optimal as a backup because I need to do this so Klepto won't steal Cappy from me everywhere else I go. Well, not everywhere else, but in specific places. So I need to take this guy, and I'm going to take damage here to extend the hitbox of that explosion. So we'll hit that block with the moon in it. And you might be expecting me to take that one for that cage. No. I'm really bad at the strat that does that. But yeah, now I'm going to come down here and long jump and hopefully not die. Because dying is fast but also slow. Nice. Only one unintentional death. Loses time, but Alright, on to Wooded Metro. One of the longer kingdoms in this category. So, we have a lot of story moves to get here. But first we have to deal with a boss, the Mecha Wiggler. Because it's terrorizing the city, and we need to kill it to progress the game. We'd be doing this regardless if we're doing world peace or not, but still. Need to come over here, and going to take a faster way through the city by skipping most of it. That is slow because it means I have to come down here and do this. Not the best, but still. And to roll off here. Goomba bounce, nice. Come up here and get this moon that's here. And then we're going to go inside City Hall because we have to climb up here to be able to get to kill Mecha Wiggler. Going to get a okay, that's slow. That's annoying. Yeah, I'm going to come up here, because this way is nice and fast. If I didn't mess up the movement before, but still. Here is another moon we usually get. Whee! And that saves a lot of time just jumping across here instead of going all the way around. I need to get that checkpoint anyway, and it's here, so we need to get out here, and so that lets us start the fight a bit quicker. We're going to capture this tank, and we need to shoot all the glowing balls on Mechawiggler. Just stun it, and then shoot it like that. Now there is a strat here called damage clip to a damage clip here to get out and get a moon during the fight. However, I don't know how to do that. So I'm just gonna get Wiggler to do like the shortest movements possible, so we can get out the wall as quick as possible. So now hopefully I can kill him on this cycle to get 2 cycle Wiggler. I'm gonna shoot 3 of those projectiles, and hopefully hit enough. Yes, good. Alright, so again, that was a pretty bad night's metro due to some things, but still. You're now out of Night Metro. Alright, so we are now going to get a few moons, and then we need to go talk to Pauline. There's going to spin pound there. I misinput that. Okay. If I do that right, that should warp me onto that pylon. Good. Now I'm going to ride a scooter to skip a capture that can be really annoying. So, going to get this moon. You might be wondering, I'm a bit too big for that. I missed. Really? So, I'm holding the Joy-Cons at a slight angle to influence the direction of that. So now this isn't the most optimal strat, but I'm just gonna go with it. Good. So now we need to find the 4 musicians to get them to perform at the famous New Donk Festival. So yeah, gonna get the drummer because they're right there. Now I'm going to go and get the bassist. But there is another I'm going to get here as well. Here's a piece of the Mechawiggler. And yeah, we're going to get the bassist. Now, we are going to... oh. We're not doing that. I misread my route. So now I'm going to come all the way over here. Okay, misdirect flick, and also cancel it. But yeah, here's our guitarist. And now we need one more musician. The trumpeter. Now you might be wondering, where are they? They're for some reason on the rooftops. This, I'm not sure if it's a Fiddler on the Roof reference, I don't know. Might be. But first, we are going to jump over here. Okay, yeah, I did not get enough height. Get that, and then... That's not right. That was not right either. There we go. Alright, so... Really? Really? I don't know why Cappy just wants to bully the citizens of New Donk. Ah! That is bad, like really bad. So, I'm going to come back up here. And, do this. It's most likely the intended strat. One of the intended strats at least, but oh well. Alright, you're done with the musicians. Now, we need to go clean up the sewer. Not because Pauline wants us to get dirty or anything, but because the power generator down there's not working. Now, why could this... If Cappy wants to home onto the right thing... Yeah. We are now going to come down here. That showed us why the power generator is not working. Yeah. Very simple fix. It's called kill the piranha plants. Very simple fix. You can do this at home. If your home goes out of runs out of power, just kill the piranha plants in your basement. That's probably it. It surely couldn't be a breaker problem. Yeah, that's it. There's a sewer. And now all that's really left is the festival. Really? Oh yeah, I forgot to split, Anyway. This is the festival. You know this, in runs, I usually just let people listen to the music and just vibe, because there's not much commentate here. Other than, Donkey Kong has an invisible wall. So that's why we kill him. We would skip him if we could. I'm gonna hug all the way over here so I can get the pipe quicker. Also try for damage here, because damage is slow. Right. There's the invisible wall. It didn't just fully disappear yet. Anyway, we have to unfortunately interrupt Pauline's beautiful singing. Right. We are now out of the city. We have escaped from the city, you could say. Alright, on to Snow. Now, I mentioned this place already because of a funny clip. This is the most, probably I'd say the most broken level in Odyssey because you can clip out of it in so many different ways. The clip I do specifically is called, Screen Clip. But anyway, we are going to immediately go directly into Shiveria, the main kind of like hub area for Snow Kingdom, where most of the action happens. So, I'm immediately going to turn around. Really? Bump into the wall to get that moon, and I'm going to go to the shop. Because I don't use no dram. Why? Because I'm bad at it. I can do it, it's just really inconsistent. Nope. That would be slow. Stop. Forgot there's delay before you can, like, move on to something else. Anyway. You're leaving there. We are now going to go up here. And get this moon. Now, I'm going to try for Snow Moon Clip, which just puts me through the wall by collecting this moon in the right way. I did not get it, I think. I did not. Anyway, time for Screen Clip. I'm going to line myself up in a certain way and you'll see. There we go. Easy peasy. It's just that shrimple. So now we are going to go through here and find the racer that we need to, that refuses to race. I don't know why he refuses to race. Well, actually no, I know why he refuses to race. He's scared. So we're giving him courage by possessing him. Please, let me up. So, we're going to talk to the Elder, the race organizer, if you will, and begin the race. I would normally, if this, like, on my own stream, I would tell people to guess time to the millisecond and they get something. It usually be a sub, but for most runners, but still. All over. You have to complete 3 laps. We kind of want to try get good optimal bounces, good angles, good speed. So if we bounce on the back of these wooden bumps, that's really slow. Back of these ones. So that launches us backwards a lot. Good. 1062. Not the worst thing ever. I've done far worse before. And now we get multi-moon. The precious, if you will. So we're going to uncapture it. Everyone's going to be shocked. However, you can't read that probably because it's in Chinese. It's in Mandarin. Well, not Mandarin. Mandarin spoken. It's in simplified Chinese. You can't read it. Now, we're going to do everything else that we need. Oh, why did I think there was a cutscene? I know there isn't a cutscene. So, I'm going to do this timer challenge. We don't have Cappy for it. So you might think that's a bit slow. However, it's really fast. I'm going to get Cappy back now. Give me the rabbit. Now I'm going to go and do some gambling. It's called Lakitu. The big fish, the fish biting is RNG. 2. Alright, good. The main way you need to feel that out is via Rumble. Because it gives you a big rumble when the fish bites properly. That's your cue to reel it in. Alright. Now, B-side. This is a really interesting level. It's significantly different compared to its 10% counterpart. Because we have to go around and hit buttons. There's some really interesting working here, in my opinion. So, as soon as we get out of this cutscene, I'm immediately going to go and capture a Gushin, these squid-looking things. This is because I can use it to get up to this pillar. Now, I'm going to do something very specific and keep it alive by dropping it on that lower platform. Now, you might be wondering, why am I keeping that alive? It's so I can use it to get really quickly into the next moon. Into the next moon and the next button we need to hit. Down throw there to get it. Down throws are basically exclusive to droid ones at this point. Now, that's unfortunate. So I wanted to drop it by the railing so it would stay alive with enough water where I could possibly use it again and have it refresh from the cutscene. But oh well, unfortunately not. Dangerous ceiling. So now I'm going to go and get this cheap jeep and hope I can get there fast enough for Dory. Now, if you're familiar with 10%, you're going to be sad to know we don't do fish flip in this run. Very sad, I know. It's an iconic trick. But it's just not here, because we don't need to get the moon that we get using it. And I'm used to Dory being all the way over there, where I was going originally, but yeah. Dory is not there. It's a bit further left, a bit further right even. Here's the hot spring. It's very hot, as you can see. So, now we are going to go and get another Gushin after hitting that button. Mario takes a 40mm shell to the face. Alright, now we're going to go up to a cliff. We're going back to the Odyssey. We're home. Except we're not here for that. I'm here for this. That's going to refresh my water. And that is this is the last seal we need to trigger our fight with Malt Glacier Dauphine, the third of Bob Lane. That gold's nice. Anyway, Mollusk is, this is a fight. Truly one of the fights of all time. I hate him. I love his name, I hate him as a fight. Yeah, we need to go and just hit his head a lot. We are going to give him severe head trauma with high pressure water. So that what we already did phase 1, we are on phase 2 currently. If he will stop running away and get out of his invincible state, that would be nice. Okay, I did not get the funny clip. The funny clip happens when the game is funny and lets Mollusk clip through there for reasons I don't know because I'm bad at it. Anyway, we're going to skip his long running away segment by doing this. He is now going to explode because his brain is too big. This is proof Mario can solo Sephiroth. This is canon proof. Ignore Mario, ignore the Superstar Saga. Superstar Saga? Yeah. Ignore the Mario and Luigi games. This is all the proof you need. He just tanks an explosion to the face. Not even to the face, he's on the explosion. He's standing on it and he lives. To be fair, he also fell like really far because of what happens after Cloud Kingdom. So, anyway. Very nice scene. Anyway, we're leaving. Please. Alright. Now we are in the last unique kingdom of this run, the only kingdom before the last kingdom before it just becomes any percent again. Luncheon. So we have two main events in this level. We are going to capture some meat, and that will make Kukateel, the main villain of this level, if you will, angry. So we go fight it. But first we have to go fight Spirit. But first I have to collect some 2 moons. This is one of them. There's another strat for that, but I'm rusty. I've not de-rusted that much. So I'm going to come up here. I tried. Really? That is... This is going to be slow. So, I'm going to collect some hearts to speed up the moon collection at the end. So it doesn't have to do the health refill. Yeah, again, we have Spirit. very dangerous, as you can see. You can see how dangerous he is. Look at his poison that I very easily avoided. And he's dead again. Alright. So, now we are going to get two more moons before our next story moon. That lets us progress in the level. So now that's one of them. It's time for the other. Oh, that's bad. Now, if I jump in the right spot, that should be it. Close enough. And it is now time for our first encounter with a rare breed of enemies. Hambros. Ooh, rare and exotic breed of the Hammerbro you're most likely familiar with. Except this time, they now throw stainless steel at you. We are sure we don't think it's dishwasher safe, unfortunately. So, but they are really disposable. But anyway, here comes, that is our next moon, and we are soon going to get, to the meat of this level, if you will. So, but again, we're going to get 2 more moons before that story moon. Going to take this lava bubble, it's my profile picture. Going to take this. That's might be bad. Good enough. Bro. Please. Alright. I'm just gonna get rid of that guy. Because it is annoying at times. And I'm gonna have to go through the funny animation again. So. That's usually a lot faster. There's the meat. We are now done with the meat. That's our entire purpose of it. Attract Cookatiel to drop it in the pot. So we can get this moon. Wow! Anyway. It is now time for more of this level. Ooh! So, now I'm going to come up here. I'm doing the safe trap for a reason. Now, that's timer challenge. Yep, I need to get this. Now it is time for more story moons. However, we get a non-story moon first. Ooh, how interesting.
Alright, that's it. And then... that should be it, because now it's just a Cooktail fight. And we have a little skip here, because usually the game wants you to go up and around, do an entire obstacle course. We have a solution. It's called this. So, this is Cooktail. We have to hit them in the jump, to trigger their vomit, which we climb up. Don't question it too much. Don't question why the vomit is soup-coloured. Or lava-coloured, if you think of it that way. Well, the lava in this world is basically Pepto-Bismol. We are going to do more of this, and this is time for the last phase already, which is extremely annoying. Because of the way the platform works, or the vomit works, whatever it is. It's now in globs. The wonders of biology. And now, Cooktail has a very lovely fate. Being part of his own soup. Beautiful, I know. Alright, and that is all stuff that is unique to World Peace, basically. Because now, it is time to get on to the last 3 levels, one of which is basically an auto-scroller. It is time to go to Bowser's Kingdom, and by which I mean Ruined Kingdom. And where in Ruined Kingdom, you will fight a very lovely dragon. Maybe a cousin of Seath the Scaleless, I don't know. The difference is he has scales, and then, to be fair, Seath also kill all dragons. Yippee! Alright, now it's PvP pace again. Alright, off to Bowser's Kingdom we go. Except, Bowser is once again going to intercept us. I didn't say that. What could that sound be? Oh no, Bowser intercepted us. We are now in, welcome to the lands betwixt. Lands between even. I said, I mixed it with the things betwixt. I'm still playing Dark Souls 2, I'm sorry. Anyway. Here's a photorealistic dragon. So you might be wondering, why am I getting all these hearts out of the ground? It's very important for strat. Anyway, there's Captain Toad. Diaper Adventure. Alright. Yeah, we're basically just damage boosting to get these slightly faster. Get these swords out of the dragon a little bit faster. Really? Oh well. And yeah, the hearts are just... it's just quicker. Oh no! Anyway,
kind of just trying to stall so I wouldn't land as early, just in a safety-ish kind of thing. Nice. Got that. And yeah, that's rude. There's nothing that interesting about it, unfortunately. I mean, it's kind of a nice break in late game for like DDM. Sorry, DBM. Sorry, RBM even. Why am I calling it D? It's my splits. So yeah, RBM. On to an actually interesting level. It is time for Bowser's. And I really like this design of Bowser's Castle. It's really nice. Very kind of like inspired by Shinobi Samurai Fortresses. I like it. Yeah, I'm going to roll off these steps as late as possible to get like a bit of airtime and a bit more boost. And I'm going to skip these birds because it's faster to not capture them. Doing caps, I know. And I'm going to do something here where I roll across, roll off there. I meant to do a standard jump, but not a long jump, but I accidentally held ZR a bit, so oh well. That is our first moon. That's the Ogre Dead. The gatekeeper, if you will. Yeah, most of this level is just collecting story moons. You need to get 2 normal moons though, and I will point out when those are. But next we have shards, Bowser shards. Very fun section in my opinion. I like this section. Yeah, we're going to roll straight ahead, get our first shard, and then roll cancel to collect it, and also, well, go right. Now I'm going to come up here. Throw that down there, get that. Okay, oh, that's bad. That's really bad. This is recoverable, I think. Yep, that's fine. It's really recoverable. Because it's just there. And time for our final shard. And go okay, I should just run directly at it. And do I get accidental dram? Accidental Pokemon dram. No, I don't. Good. Now we're going to get our first non-story moon. Of the level. It's up on the right there, behind this wall. There's many strats to this. I'm just going for one of the easier ones that's slightly faster. However, there is another one which is a dram strat, and I cannot do it for the life of me. Yeah. Now we are going to come down here, take this wire, go to the shop island. And we are on 2 bunnies. These are 2 required fights. We'd be doing them anyway. I mean, this kingdom is basically just 90%. So we're gonna go Harriet. This Harriet and Topper again, but they're slightly harder. Harriet, you can't just throw directly in front of you anymore. For her bombs to cancel them. Which is fair enough.
but we just jump to the right slightly and throw it. So it's not too much different. There is a really fast strat here called Sarbona or Nut Tap. I forget which one it's called now. It's been a while. But it's really fast. It kind of skips one of her phases, and it's really nice. However, I cannot do it. But anyway, that's Harriet. On to Topper. Now this Topper doesn't. Oh wow, really? Doesn't look any harder than he did before. Anyway, he now does that. There's more of him. Jeez. Where is he? There. Alright, it's fine. That works. It's slow because of the death, but still, it's fine. Alright, that is the section known as Bunnies Out the Way. Lost time, obviously, but still, it's fine. Now, on to the second half of Bowser's mech. It's called that because of the fight we do at the end of it. And we are also going to get our second non-story moon. I'm doing this a slightly different way than I usually do, but oh well, it works regardless. It's slightly slower. It's fine. There is that moon. And now we are going to climb the wall. I'm going to take this Pokio. What? Accidentally pressing right stick, I guess. Sure. I'm going to get on this block. Okay, never mind. And just fling myself upwards. There are some cycles here, but it's fine. This is where the cycle is coming more, but still. Okay, sure. It is time to fight the mech and get our final moons of the run. Now, there's a really fast strat for this fight called Birdless. So I'm going to not do that. I'm going to climb up the side of the leg. I'm gonna get up here, wait for it to blow me back, and then down. Ground pound that one, and get back on again. Okay, wow, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad. Yeah, that's bad. I have to kind of climb back up again. It might honestly be faster for me to just, like, not. To just, yes, I forgot, it's faster for me to get bird, basically. Because it no longer stands still. There we go. This is slower, but it is fine because of that stupid mistake of diving a bit too late. It'll have to be fine. Because it's faster to stay on top so that the mech, you can manipulate where the mech runs so it runs shorter when it has the invisible legs, but still, it's fine. Now, all the Broodals are dead until they come back in Dark Side. And Darker Side. Now, we are off to the final level of the game, Moon. Oh, if I PB or not. This run's really good. Alright. Off to Moon Kingdom. Now, there's going to be some fun strats here. Because we are in low gravity for part of it. For at least the outside, until we get into the cathedral. We are in low gravity. So, I'm going to do some funky movement across, and then I'm going to do the world famous moon cave skip. Alright, that was slow, but still. I need to triple jump to make it slightly faster, but oh well. You can see we have like really high roll boosts now, which we can use to kind of like avoid stopping rolling. Now we're gonna flower vector a bit with these rocket flowers. Right. Now we are... That was good moon cave skip in my opinion. And now we're going to go fight Bowser for the last time, and then something fun's going to happen. We're going to crash the wedding. That's why we're in a fancy suit. Oh, and for all you skip the cutscene. I'm gonna just punch him into the fence, because he doesn't jump around the same way he does in Cloud. Now, time to show a very fun fact. The fire sweep's literally just a forecheck, because you can just roll boost over it. Time to do that again. Very simple. We're gonna do... It's basically the same strats as Cloud. Oh no, anyway. He's going to block the punches again. And I just dive right into him and immediately skip the cutscene. Oh no, something's happening. The moon's falling apart. Time for escape. Now we're going to do everyone's favorite part. Capture Bowser and do 3DSS. I'm joking, I'm not doing 2DSS, that skips way too hard and inconsistent. I think we're below 690%. I'm basically gonna... Gonna jump up here. Oh wow, really? That didn't want to work. Oh, I was holding Fireball. I'm stupid. It only works if it's just a triple jump, not a double jump. Anyway. Welcome to 2D. I'm not doing 2D skip. I don't want to do that in a marathon. It's really risky, doesn't save too much time. By too much time, I mean it's like 0.5. 8.2. Oh, wrong fireball. Really? I'm gonna charge a fireball. In the cutscene, oh. It didn't work. So I'm gonna shoot these pillars. And I hope that works. That works. So I'm gonna break all these pillars down. Yippee. I'm gonna stand here and shoot at this one, because it's faster than going to it, so I can run directly into this, which is where the end of the game is. It's time. We're just gonna reveal a wire. Time ends once I shoot out of the wire. Really? That's somehow a PB. What the? Alright. Sure. Here's the mission video. Alright. Bye.